Alright guys, good morning. Today is Saturday, September 21st, 2024 at 09:28. And yes, today is the last day of summer. So fall will be here tomorrow. So we'll see what tomorrow has to bring. I do, sound a little bit off, a little bit not normal. So please bear with me. As you can hear, I'm still going through something. But also my allergies are mixing in, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. Anyway, today's outlook, as we click into it here, today we've got a slight risk over here, both in Texas and New Mexico. We have a marginal surrounding that for parts of New Mexico, Oklahoma, Texas. We have this one over here, that's for parts of Nebraska, Kansas, over to Missouri, Iowa, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. And we also have this one over here that extends from New York State through Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia. This does not include my area, but it's pretty close to my area, so... Excuse me. It is pretty close to my area. Okay. Pardon me. Anyway. My allergies are mixing in today, too. So anyway, today's tornado risk here, we mainly have a 5% in New Mexico, but it does dip it over into Texas a little bit. So both New Mexico and Texas have a 5%, as well as a 2%. So, oh crap, I forgot to read the cities of these I forgot to read these cities of the risks. Holy crap, I forgot to do that. Wow. Anyway, before we move on to the tornado risk again, we have Amarillo, Roswell, Clovis, Hobbs, and Carlsbad under a slight, and Albuquerque, Kansas City, Omaha, Minneapolis, and St. Paul having a marginal. There, now that I read those cities, excuse me, I should be good to move on now. Alright, so today's tornado risk, we've got a 5% in both Texas and New Mexico, as well as a 2%. So both states have both risks. So basically, we've got Clovis, Hereford, Port Tales, and Tucumcari under a 5%, and Amarillo, Roswell, Hobbs, Carlsbad, and Plainview having a 2%. So I definitely would say, for the tornado risk, I definitely would say for 5% you could see a EF1 tornado touchdown, if at all possible. And, excuse me. And then for the 2% we have a, what am I trying to say here? Maybe an EF0, maybe a brief EF1 tornado could touch down. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Let's see what we got for today's wind risk here. Pardon me again. For today's wind risk, we've got a 15% over here in parts of New Mexico and Texas, as well as New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Texas for parts of the 5% or 15% and the 5%. I'm kind of still tired. And also, I'm not really, yeah. But anyway, these 5% over here, we've got Nebraska, a little bit Kansas, Missouri, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Minnesota having a little bit of 5%. And we've got New York State, Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia having a 5% as well. So, basically, in the 15% area, we could see damaging winds of 60 to 75 miles per hour. That's going to be possible. Now, for the 5%, like everybody else here, you could see just 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. We'll have to see what happens with that as we go along through the day. So, anyway, here we go. Our cities we've got here is Amarillo, Roswell, Clovis, Hobbs, and Carlsbad having a 15%. And Albuquerque, Kansas City, Omaha, Lincoln, and Lubbock, under a 5%. Again, please excuse me. I'm coming down with something, and I have allergies at the same time. So, anyway, today's hail risk. We have a 15% in both Texas and New Mexico. We also have a 5% over here in New Mexico, which goes over into Oklahoma, but goes back down into Texas. We have this 5% over here that goes from Nebraska through Kansas, Missouri, Iowa, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. We have this 5% over here from New York State through Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia. So let's see what we've got for today. For city-wise. Well, yep, I figured that was going to reset on me. Alright, here we go. So we got Amarillo, Roswell, Clovis, Hobbs, and Carlsbad under a 15%. In Albuquerque, Kansas City, Omaha, Minneapolis, and St. Paul having a 5%. So, hailstones, I'd say for the 15%, you could see 1 to 3 inch hail. So that could be baseball-sized hail possible. But for the 5%, you could just see 1 to 2 inch hail. But still, no matter what risk you're in, please be careful. Now, we only have a 2-line summary today, which says, scattered severe storms capable of all hazards are possible this afternoon and evening across portions of the southern high plains. I should say more of a 1-sentence summary. So, okay. Anyway, that's really basically about it. That's all I really have. So, there's today's hail risk. Today's wind risk. Today's tornado risk. And our overall day 1 outlook. So I do really hope you have enjoyed. Hope you stay weather aware and stay safe. Even if you're in the marginal areas, you should still stay weather aware. But anyway, luckily tomorrow is just a marginal risk as of right now. So I hope to be able to see you guys tomorrow for another video for tomorrow's outlook. But anyway, that's going to be it for me for today. And if anything else updates, I will be sure to update you on whatever the heck updates. Anyway, that is it for now, and I will see you in the next video.